Tomorrow, of course, is a big day for family, friends, also food. So how do we find ways to make the holidays a little healthier? This afternoon, we're speaking with Dr. Adrienne Youdim, an internist who specializes in medical weight loss and nutrition. Doctor, thank you so much for being here. You're also the author, I should say, of a book, Hungry for More, right?
Yes, that's true. Thank you for having me. It's nice to be here. And I heard before the break you said you were going to yell at me. Please don't do that.
No. Listen, I'm not going to call you Dr. Party Pooper. I promise. But tomorrow is a big day, right? What do we do to prepare ourselves for this? Should we maybe eat light today or control ourselves tomorrow?
So there's, of course, a lot of practical strategies, but let me give you a tip that maybe you'll be surprised to hear. We always hear about the fact that we should chew like 20 or 30 times, right? And we think about that in terms of like less calories or portion sizes. But here's the thing. Did you know that you have taste buds all over your mouth? Thousands of taste buds on your tongue, the inside of your cheek, the back of your throat. And when we chew slowly, we give ourselves the opportunity to really savor that food, right? Really enjoy that food. And so when we get more enjoyment out of our food, that may affect how much we decide to eat from a place of enjoyment and not portion control.
Well, that makes a lot of sense because you can prolong it, right? And the longer it's kind of in our mouth, the more we're enjoying it and potentially slowing down the eating process, which I guess would be a good thing.
Win-win.
Yes. Now, what if we do overindulge? How do we, what do we do then? How do we go about maybe keeping that from happening?
Well, yeah, in the light of like prevention, right? One of the things that we do most commonly is probably the worst thing we can do is what you said earlier, is to eat super light or maybe not eat anything at all and save all those calories for that single meal. What happens when we do that is that we enter this place of abundance and we're super hungry. And so we start eating even before the meal and have a difficult time really satiating. And in the end are eating much more than we intend to. So eat light, but don't go into that meal really starving. On the other end of the meal, another thing that I like to tell people to do to help them slow down and maybe stop it, because we're all sitting around the table, right? And so we're picking for hours. Mm-hmm. I love the tip of getting a nice hot tea. When you've had what you think you've needed, then getting a sip of hot tea gives your hands something to do. It allows you to participate at the table. But again, it slows you down and allows that food to signal to your brain that you've received that food, turn off the hunger signals so that we can be done sooner.
That's a good tip right there. Any advice on how to maybe make it a little healthier without kind of altering what the point of the day is or the whole meal?
Yeah, absolutely. So the turkey is the main event, right? And turkey is or protein rather, is our most satiating macronutrient. So really eat it with abundance. The other tip I have is to make half your plate green so that you are filling your plate with lots of antioxidants, lots of nutrients. And then that still gives you a little space on your plate for the yams and the marshmallows and all those goodies.
Should we control the alcohol? That could be hard with some of our, if I were with my family, it'd be a hard thing to do.
Yeah, I hear you. So one of the tips I recommend there is, if you can try and alternate those glasses of alcohol with sparkling water, one or two in between, depending on how long you're planning to hang out with your family members, that helps us kind of slow down the total amount of alcohol consumed and lead to less calories and then also mindless snacking and eating afterwards.
Well, it really is great advice, Dr. Adrienne Youdim. Thank you very much for being a good sport, and we do appreciate you joining us this afternoon.